Hello, what is up guys? EvilDuoSarm here today, and in today's video what we're going to be doing is looking at the best camp locations in Fallout 76 that feature both an amazing view, readily available access to water for water purifiers, one of the most valuable resources in the game, as well as a central location on the map to reduce fast travel costs whenever you try to fast travel somewhere in the map. Like you can fast travel to your camp and then fast travel to the other location if you're trying to cross the map quickly. So without further ado, we're going to get started, and our first location is the one that has been running in the intro, and it is the location right next to Site Alpha. Site Alpha has a huge lake, and if you didn't know, if you move far enough to the one side over here of it, or you can even build across the lake, you can put your own camp and set it up right here. This location features a large area of flat land for you to plant crops so you can easily find them, or to build foundations to create a large camp. Additionally, if you build a 5-story camp or a watchtower in the middle of your camp, you'll be able to have an amazing view of Appalachia below. The only real downside to this camp is that due to the popularity of launching nukes in this location itself, a lot of people like to build their camp here, so you do run the risk of your camp being despawned due to another person's camp being located here. However, in an upcoming patch this is going to be fixed, so if you want to wait until that patch goes live, then you can put your camp here and have an amazing view of the entirety of the West Virginia hills. Our next location is a little bit north of the previous one, and is actually a great location if you're partaking in the story quests, as it's right near the top of the world. This location features its own little small lake as well as a decent amount of flat area to build some crops or flat foundations to create a pretty cool base. Also, you can build your base out into the water on this if you use wooden frames, so it's nice if you wanted to have like a lake house or a house with pylons that support over the water. Additionally, the view of this location is fantastic. You have a few trees obstructing your view, but not too bad. It overlooks the same valley as the previous one, however at a different angle. This camp, additionally, due to its location, is a bit secluded, so you're rarely going to find anyone stumbling upon your camp unless they've watched this video. And in fact, the only real downside to this camp is the frequency with which it is attacked. It seems to be every time I spawned in at this place when I had my camp here, I would be attacked by a group of Scorched from the opposite side of the lake, shooting across the lake into my camp. This is out of the range of my turret defenses, so it always seemed to be they were just doing free damage. So if you're okay with spawning into the camp and having to kill a few Scorched as soon as you start up, then this is an excellent camp location for you to choose. The next camp location is actually part of the same body of water, or part of the same little tributary system, and it's just a little bit further down the hill. The nice thing about these two camp locations is that they're far enough away from each other where you could build two camps, so if you and a friend wanted to build a little forest community together, this would be an excellent location to do it. This one features a smaller pond, but still has excellent access to flat land, as well as a great view, just a few more trees obstructing your view, so you'll need to build a little bit higher to get over those trees. Both of these camps, due to the large amount of water, if you wanted to be the water purifier for your friends, you could set up like 6 of these water purifying stations and just pump out purified water for you and your group. Now the reason I actually found this camp location was because I kind of got tired of being attacked by Scorched, and in this location it's wolves that tend to attack you the most frequently, and they tend to come up from in front of the camp, so they're able to be defended by turrets. Another cool thing is that this lake is also shallow enough to build out into, so if you wanted to put wooden platforms out there and have another house floating on a lake, it would be a possibility with this camp. Now this next location doesn't necessarily feature an amazing view of the hills, however due to the way that the water is structured in the area, creates for some interesting camp design opportunities. You have a lake down below with a small cave, so if you wanted to build a cave base or something above the cave base and have a little hiding station down below the cave, you could build up on the cliff face that you see right here, and still get a pretty solid view of the hills. However, if you wanted to build your base on the streams to the side, you could build a bridge defense or like a canyon defense sort of base where you have pylons on either side of the stream and you have a bridge that goes across the middle. Additionally, you could build on the lower flat area below the lake and put water purifiers all along the ground there and pump out tons of purified water. The opportunities for building in this location are seemingly endless, and it is a great location to build your base. Additionally, you can follow that water tributary system all the way up and find a whole bunch of different other little ponds or waterways where you can put water purifiers if you wanted to put your camp in a different location. This just happens to have the most flat area, so that's why I chose it for showing you this video. And you probably want to know where this camp location is. It's right in the middle of the map on the flower icon just to the side of the top of the world. Our next two locations are also part of the same water system, so they're relatively close to each other. However, they once again are far enough away from each other, so if you wanted to have you and a friend build in these locations, you could build a little forest community. This first one features a huge lake area, huge water area for you to set up water purifiers. Additionally, it features an excellent view of the satellite antenna, if that's something you wanted to look at, as well as a large area of flat land. Now if you're okay with not having the best view, you can actually build a little further back, and there's a bridge that crosses across a canyon over here, so you could set up your water purifiers down in the water below and set your base up across the bridge, so it'd be a pretty darn cool location if you wanted to do like a bridge defense or a canyon defense sort of idea for a base. But the large amount of flat land in this frontal area of it provides for excellent farming, and it's a great opportunity for building elaborate bases as well due to how flat the land actually is, with limited amount of brush and things in your way. And the final location is probably my favorite of all of the ones that I showed you during this video. It is just south of the last location we were looking at. It's actually up the cliff a little bit, and once again part of the same water system. So if you wanted to follow the water system and build a base over in the woods and build it along one of these little streams that flow between these two, also an excellent opportunity for building a camp. However, the reason I like this one so much is because of how secluded it is. You have access to water, an amazing view, and nobody is going to be walking by this area. Even if you're doing quests from the top of the world, there's no reason for you to pass through this location. You'll pass through any of the other bases I've showed you already, so people won't really find your camp unless you're hanging out there and they come to you and find it. The downside to this camp is it doesn't feature a huge area for building of flat land or for crop farming. However, with the upcoming update that's going to allow you to clear trees, this could actually become an excellent location. The only downside to this one, or real downside that I had while playing here, was that it gets attacked by ticks every single time I logged into this area. Kind of annoying, but they do drop tick blood, so you can create blood packs and then ultimately create stim packs, so it is sort of useful in its own way. Additionally, there was a Mothman here, so that's how you know it's a wise Mothman, so this is definitely the best location. So anyway guys, those are 6 camp locations in Fallout 76 that feature amazing views of the game world, as well as access to water to set up your water purifiers or your adhesive farms. They also all feature excellent locations, so if you want to fast travel around the map, they'll reduce your fast travel costs, which is a huge bonus in this game. And are generally well secluded, aside from the fact that everybody's going to watch this video and see where they are now. However, with the upcoming update that's going to make it so camps don't despawn when you load into a world, they will be fantastic camp locations to set up at. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like so I know, and please consider subscribing to the channel for more Fallout 76 content. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you at the next video. Peace.